Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Judge Badass here, and today we'll be doing a 3 versus 3. I know it's been a while since I've posted, but things happen. But here I am. Hopefully I'll be able to post once or twice a week, so we're gonna see how that goes. Main reason I really came back was because this Vampire Coast Army looked pretty awesome in the trailer, so yeah, I can't wait to play them, but for now I'm just going to be allied with other players who are playing Vampire Coast, and I'll be playing Norska today. So, as obviously you can see, it's Vampire Coast on my left flank there, with seems to be a lot of zombie pirate gunneries or deckhand mobs. I've noticed through my limited time playing as a Vampire Coast army like once or twice, and then seeing other players play them, that it's usually like a lot of numbers and firepower with somewhat of a decent frontline presence that really gets the job done. So firepower and a lot of numbers. So it seems to be pretty effective on that. Queen Bess, which both of the factions on my team have, it's pretty impressive artillery. Seems like a lot of people target it and it gets destroyed rather quickly. So once it's done, it's done. So you could kind of question the value of it unless you're able to defend it somehow, but a lot of the opposing players like warp cannons, artillery pieces can take it down pretty quickly because there's like 4 cannons versus 1, so you're going to be destroying that cannon pretty quickly, but it is an awesome piece. I did play a little bit of Vampire Coast, as I mentioned earlier, for multiplayer, and they seem like an okay faction. I think I was able to win with them, I'm not sure, but it wasn't too bad. I gotta play them a lot more to figure out what their real strengths are, but those are just my first impressions, But yeah, pretty much he has a zombie deck army there, and then here's my Norskin army. For this army, I figured I'd do like a hitting fast and hitting hard kind of army. I have a frontline marauder great weapons, have some berserkers, I think I have some trolls, some familiar warriors, uh, javelins and axes as well. Got Wolfric the Wanderer on his horse, I think. Yep. Have a feral mammoth, and then a really key player with helping this flank over here is my fire shaman. Very powerful against our forces, especially because 2 of them are the rats, so it was definitely pretty handy. Definitely helped this side of the field. You'll just get to see that later. And then this guy, from the looks of it, deckhand mobs once again with pole arms this time, and then just some regular deckhand mobs. Then there's Serenes. I think they're pretty interesting. Don't know too much about them, but maybe as I play more and maybe play as the faction, that I'll figure out what they're all about. Oh, and then this guy has some focus on some gunners. I think he has bombers. Oh, these are death guards. I tried using them as frontline troops, but apparently a guy made a comment how you're not supposed to use them as frontline troops. I mean, I thought they did okay, but there must be a reason why. Somewhere there was a video saying how they're not really meant to be used as frontline troops or something. Then they got Queen Bess. Then they got Cloister Direfin. I guess that's going to be a legendary lord there. She's supposed to be a pretty good spellcaster. And then we got some handguns here, and I'm pretty sure there was a bomber unit over here somewhere. Nope, here they are, 2 bomber units. So, without further ado, let's get started. First thing I noticed is that this guy immediately is going to be like some front cannon fodder for the high elves here. I kind of noticed, like, I'm not really sure what they're trying to do. Maybe they're going to try to like tank this guy's army right away, but I wasn't really sure. I eventually knew that I was going to have to posture my right flank of the army, probably towards like this direction right here. Probably line up so I can help on the flanks there. Let's see. Let's talk about their composition pretty quickly. So you got some storm vermin, a lot of storm vermin actually. Plague monks, from looks of it. They got a Grey Seer as a legendary lord. And so you got some gutter runners, bombardiers, and let's see, a warp fire thrower, some halberds, and then a doom wheel. Seems like this guy wants to do like a lot of anti-large or some heavy lifting, trying to defeat some zombie units here pretty quickly. I think they wanted to focus like on high firepower, or not firepower, but a lot of high melee capacity. And then for the high elves, it's sea guards or shields, so lots of archer powers, as you can already see. Sea guards of shields, some archers of light armor, so definitely I'm thinking maybe they had in mind how one was going to be like the archer support and one was going to take the front lines. If you can pull it off, it could work out, so... Oh, there's me pulling off a first fire spell. I think I misclicked. I actually wanted to attack this right here because the rats are weak to fire, so I was hoping to attack that, but I misclicked there, so that was a new mistake on my end. See, they got Swordmaster Hoeth. Oh, there's a nice ship there, another cool ability that vampire coasts have. Then they got a Star Dragon, and it's a mixed bag with Star Dragons. If you use them right, they're alright, but I mean, I've only seen decent success with them, you know. I mean, I like them, but I don't like them that much. Then they have Tyrion. He's a pretty boss. Then you got Mage of Heavens. And yeah. And then now if we check over here, it looks like, I think this guy had like more of a fodder army. A lot of... See, they do have Storm Vermin, but they got like a lot of Clan Rat spears in the back. Not sure why they're hanging there. They could support the front lines, but who knows. Plague Monks, Death Runners, and Clan Rats. So definitely a lot more fodder for this army. So he's more playing like the numbers game kind of deal. They got Lord Skrork as their leader. And if we look back here, they got a Warp Lightning Cannon and 2 Warp Lightning Cannons. I guess that one got taken out of commission. So pretty awesome there. Let's go over here really quick. Here we go. You see that right there? Pretty awesome. Definitely getting the kills right there with that spell. See, I was kind of planning that. I don't know if that was a new mistake on their end or if they weren't paying attention, but I think it's probably both. Let's just be honest. So there's that right there. Taking care of that pretty quickly. I mean, they had a solid plan, but I don't know what was going on here. So I mean, that was definitely a weak point there. So I pretty much destroyed a good portion of that Storm Vermin, so they won't be much of a threat. So like I said earlier, I did posture up and I had my berserkers, my frontline troops help over here. And I had these guys to support some firepower. And I got pretty lucky here when Tyrion kind of came up and I sent my Famir warriors and my ice trolls after him. And I guess my man was just gonna do his own thing. I figured these are the guys I'd kind of like break through the lines, but you know, I didn't quite use them that way. Because this guy causes fear, you kind of are pushing them away a little bit. And let's see what else we got going here. I know I'm going to use my Shaman here again as we go through this replay. He is going to do something. I think he's going to do it right here. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, let's go back over here. Yes, I went ahead and split my army in half, figuring that they both could use my help. And I also sent some frontline troops with my Marauder Hunters and Javelins. I kind of set up my army the way I did because either I'd be kind of tanking the front line, which I had in mind, or I was going to split my resources evenly towards both of my allied armies to help them out wherever I could. So I have Wolfric here, and I'm pretty sure I used a Sea Fang around here somewhere. Maybe I missed out on it. But there's that right there. You know, what I keep forgetting to do with these guys is dismissing the runaway ability. I guess if you have it clicked on, they'll run away from guys automatically, but I forget to disable it and they don't get to use all their firepower. Because they're not too bad on front lines. And now at this point, I would be thinking, well, the Vampire Coast, they seem to be pretty low in numbers, but what's really impressive is like their fodder troops are actually pretty decent in melee, and that they last such a long time, so they're able to outlast their enemies in the long run, so pretty useful for that. Yeah, there's my Shaman there again. Yeah, I wish I know I used so many spells for this. It's unreal how well he's done. He's got 207 kills, so I know there was a spell that I missed. Yeah, Shaman's definitely MVP. Yep, still got my Ice Trolls and my Famir Warriors kind of chasing them off a little bit so they don't get to use their firepower. And I think I sent my my wolf after a unit somewhere around here. I don't know where he's at. He is here around here somewhere. Maybe that's later in the battle. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, at this point, it looks like we're probably gonna win the battle. The only real threats are like these bombardiers and fire throwers. Bleh. They're the only guys that can do any serious damage to my guys, because most of my army isn't really well armored except for my Marauder champions. And it looks like they have archers there still. So at this point, we're pretty much gonna win the battle. So both of our allied lords are doing pretty good. Their lords are living. Mine as well. Let's see. Marauder and Chariots for Norska are actually semi-decent. I never really was a big fan because they never got a lot of kills for me. I haven't been really good at using them, but I figured if I could apply pressure where it was needed immediately, they'd be fast enough to go there, so that's why I kind of use them. Yeah, but at this point, they're kind of just giving up and not really doing a whole lot. They don't got a lot of manpower left, so I'm just gonna go ahead and fast forward. Yeah, as you can see, they're kind of whittling down my javelins and hunters. Not too surprising. They're the only real threats to this whole army here. If he had more of these units, I'm pretty sure he could kite these guys and take them out pretty quickly. But you know, he doesn't really have much of an army left. Most of our army's still alive, so yeah, this is where the battle kind of drags out a little bit. Star Dragon's still doing his thing. 82 kills, not too bad. I think it's like over 2,000 in resources for that guy, so you kind of question if he was really a valuable asset to their army. For anything, what I've observed, they should have probably just if they both had good front lines, like the clan rats would actually use like their fodder, and then the high elves would be using like their well, I forget the names, but if they had more frontline troops, more elite troops, I'm sure they would have taken care of us pretty quickly. But under my assumption, I guess one faction was gonna do frontline, the other one's gonna do like firepower and archery. So that's really that. Nope, look at that. See, oh yeah, you just summoned some Ryan Prometheans. So much cool stuff. But yeah, other than that, that's the battle there. So hope you guys enjoyed that. I know it's been a while, so. But other than that, hope you guys catch me next time. I'll be uploading another battle here pretty soon. So see you later. And if you like my stuff, feel free to subscribe.